This is flight number 914 from Earth to our planet. We will be taking off in 3 minutes.
Mr. Chambers! Mr. Chambers! Don't get on that ship! The rest of the book, To Serve Man, it's a cookbook!
No! 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 Ah! No!
Hey, I'm back, and I have a question. How has your meats been tasting lately? A little Soylent Greenish? I'm sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Maybe it's not humans. Maybe it's just fake meat.
Campbell's is in hot water after their VP was caught on a hot mic saying that their soups use bioengineered meat and that only poor people eat them. In the recording, he said this.
We have shit for poor people. Who buys our shit? I don't buy healthy products barely anymore. So healthy. Now that I know what the in it, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. You?
Now, I made this video a few years ago. You tell me. Notice anything about the meat? The beef? Most of them have no bones. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. Let me show you something. Pay attention. It's getting harder and harder to find steaks with bones in them. Keep this in mind.
Is it just me, or is food not fooding right now? Like, I've been a chef for nearly 30 years. I went and bought some inexpensive $10 a pound 80/20 Black Angus to make burgers on the grill today. While it's cooking, the smell hit my nose, and I said, this don't smell right. I pull it apart, I look at it, I get it done, and then I realize it's like Play-Doh. See, ground beef, when it comes out of the extruder, it has strings, and you can see them in the ground beef. This was more like putty, almost like silly putty, like that slime that you see that they make burgers, like frozen burger patties with, institutionalized food. This is $10 a pound on sale, private selection, Black Angus, 80/20. And I'm gonna tell you, it crumbles like it. This ain't beef. You can fool me all you want. This ain't freaking beef. What are we eating, folks? What the hell are we eating?
I just wanna give y'all some information. Y'all do with it as y'all will, man. Look, I've been shopping at Walmart for years. I'm a truck driver. I've been delivering to Walmart distribution centers for years. I've picked up from cold food storage warehouses and delivered to Walmart. Now, with the process of what they do with the shit before they put it together and package it and all that, I can't tell you. I just know I deliver it. Don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's an armadillo, a horse, a human, meat. I could just tell you I deliver it. Now, on my way home, I got food in my refrigerator, but I don't feel like eating the shit I got. I'm tired of eating chicken wings. I'm tired of eating that shit. I'm tired of eating chicken patties and whatever else I had. I'm like, I want a burger. Right? So I stopped at the Walmart I was about to pass in Ohio, right? Grab me a little stick of the, little five and some change stick of ground beef, 80% lean, 20% fat, whatever. Boom, I already got everything else, got all the fixings. I just need the ground beef. Got the fries, I just need the ground beef. So
I gotta tell you, if there's one thing you don't do is buy meats from Walmart, unless it's a name brand that you see in other stores, and then I still wouldn't trust it. Don't buy meats from Walmart.
Long story short, I stopped, cooked my burger. Now, you know that 80% lean, 20% fat, 70% lean, 30% fat it makes its own grease as you fry it. Like, it produces its own grease, so you don't have to put a drop of oil in the pan or butter to get it going. It already does that itself. This didn't. What appeared to be water was coming out of the burger. So I'm like, this ain't right, but I got the taste for a burger. I want a burger. I'm not thinking nothing crazy. So as the burger's cooking, you know, I slice it just a little bit to see, make sure that the center is brown, and it's not. So I go further and actually slice it almost in half and like open it, and the middle is like raw. I'm like, oh, this ain't right. Like, what the fuck is this? So I eventually cook it, right? Take a bite out of the burger. And I can tell you that it wasn't ground beef from a cow. It was ground beef from something. Probably was digitally printed because they passed the law and okayed that. Or it could have been, like I said, an armadillo, a horse, a human. I don't know what the fuck it was. It wasn't ground beef from a cow. It's wild times we living in, man, where you gotta question the food you buying. Because if you think about it, right? And I know we've seen plenty of videos that have stated the obvious. Where's all this meat coming from? Because I do drive by a lot of land where there's plenty of cows, but I mean, just about all of us who have our own place to live and have food in our refrigerators have at least one pack of ground beef in our refrigerator. And where's all this ground beef coming from? It ain't all coming from a cow.
I saw another interesting video, which we already know this is happening.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah, this is disgusting.
That was pure mush. That's the inside of the steak.
Looks like beans.
The whole steak just turns to mush.
Looks like rotten flesh.
There's a reason why I don't.
Texas
eat out.
Roadhouse.
I just got a family meal from Roadhouse for my nephew because it's his favorite place in the whole world.
You would think Texas Roadhouse, of all places, like you'd maybe if I bought the steak from Walmart, but no, this is Texas Roadhouse. This is a place of steak. It's like, this is where you go to get steak. Well, maybe the meat professionals out there can tell us if you guys think this is just rotten steak.
I put that in my mouth, and I thought I was going to hurl all over the place. Look at this steak. First of all, when I went to cut it,
it looked like meatloaf.
It just flopped. It's all cooked, like, differently, but look at the texture. It's like there's no sinew. What in the world is this? It turned to, it was just like mush in my mouth. Paste. When I went to bite into it, it was like mashed potatoes or pate and it has not necessarily a rotten smell, but like a funky smell. Like that's the inside of the steak. I don't think that's a steak. What was just sent to me? Like this is, of course, it was brought to me because I've been sick. So I'm not in a position to look at that. It's just mush. I'm not in a position to drive it back up there. So can somebody tell me what that even is? What would you do if somebody fed you a steak that was pure mush? That's the inside of the steak. The whole steak just turns to mush. I just got a family meal from Roadhouse for my nephew because it's his favorite place in the whole world. I put that in my mouth and I thought I was going to hurl all over the place. What in the world is this?
About a month ago now, I went to Texas Roadhouse and I was eating a steak and it didn't feel right, didn't taste right. I had 3 bites of it, took a video and sent it to my husband because I was taking my niece to her birthday dinner and my steak looked exactly like this. I'm going to input a video of my steak at the very end. I want you guys to know that I was sick for a little over a month. Ended up in the hospital and came to find out that I had gotten a parasite. A parasite. I probably have never been so stomach sick in my life. The only thing that I ever did different was eat 3 bites of a steak that looked exactly like that. I feel like Texas Roadhouse, you have some explaining to do because what the heck are you serving? Especially now that I've seen someone else's video that looked exactly like mine. I wanted this lady to know that I actually got a parasite from this. Here comes my video. It was literally falling apart in my hands and then watch. Pure goo. The whole inside.
That looks so disgusting, and I'm not even surprised. But what if some of the meat that they do serve us did derive from humans? I'm gonna tell you a true story. Years ago, I was watching this website called Mental Zero. Some of you may have heard of it. It no longer exists now. And this website was out years before AI came out. And they used to post the most vile and gruesome videos. And I admit, I kind of got caught up in it. I was watching people get caught up in industrial machines. But this site used to post torture, execution, people getting caught up in machines, accidents. And I mean, they were gruesome accidents. And I'm surprised this website been out, but back then you used to post anything. But that probably got the website shut down. But it was 2 reasons I stopped watching that website. And one was I seen Mexican cartel execution that was so disgusting. But the main thing I saw was the last video I saw. It was a truck, a U-Haul truck. A U-Haul size, medium-sized boxcar truck pulled up to a warehouse. When they opened it up, they had bodies in it, human bodies. I mean, they didn't look old or nothing like that. I mean, they could have been soldiers from the war or something like that. But when they opened it up and pulled these bodies out, they had these other people with machetes. They pulled the bodies out and started slicing them up like meat. Slice them up and put the meats to the side and throw the bodies to the side. And I was in shock. I couldn't believe what I was watching, because the humans that was doing this job of cutting up these dead bodies like meat and throwing them over, how do you apply for that job? I mean, like I keep saying, these people can't be humans. How do you work like that and go home and this is not on your conscience? I mean, people hired to do this, and there was a few people just doing it. Like, are they humans? Do they not have any conscience? That right there tripped me out, because I'm still trying to get over how do you even apply for a job like that? How do you even find that there's a job like that? So as I keep saying, these people that's ruling us, they're not humans. So with that being said, I can understand why that website got taken down, because maybe they were showing too much truth, or they were just showing too much gore. Anyway, while I was doing research on how the slave race was created, when I was making the Adam and Eve video, I was watching this video of this guy was saying that maybe the characters on the Egyptian wall were humans with animal heads, or vice versa, human heads on animals or whatever. He was saying maybe they were experiments of the slave race that they were creating, and those were like the rejects. And he also said that, what if the first human experiment that came out was almost successful were pigs, which I guess why they use pigs as portraying humans when they taking over, when they're greedy and stuff like that. But maybe they were pigs. And it made me started thinking that I remember seeing a special about serial killers that said when they eat their victims, most of them said that they taste like pork, which is kind of strange after seeing that video about pigs could be the first human experiments. That's why they tell us in the Bible not to eat pork, not because of the who feed or they threw spirits in there. It's because that they were the human rejects. And why is it that pigs are the only animals that we can successfully exchange organs with? We could use their organs in organ transplant with a pig. Pig is the only one we're successful with. And insulin for diabetics, back in the day, they were derived from pigs and cows, mostly pigs. And it also connects to why some babies are born with tails that look like pigtails. And you know what's funny? That's the reason I stopped eating pork. I love bacon and I love smoked ribs, but what if that's a failed human experiment? Like, what if I'm eating human? I can't get that thought out my head now. And I still love the smell of bacon. When I smell it, I want some so bad, but I keep thinking like, what if that's human, you know? I mean, these are the things that be running in my head. So, and it just be creating stories. And then eventually some things start connecting. So I just want you to think of that while you watch the rest of this video.
Didn't I tell y'all when y'all see this face that I'm about to drop a truth bomb on you, so you need to tune in? So Salma Hayek, a Mexican actress and film producer, is an alleged witch. Y'all listen to what we all about to hear, and shout out to the Controversy 7 YouTube channel. Let me stop talking and play this clip, because this stuff in Helly Weird is not false. It's true. Lee Daniels said it too, that he do this. Watch.
They eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do, Tucker. Stop staring at me like that.
Freaking me out, man. Because you spent your life in the entertainment business, so I think you have some authority on this.
So many kids that I was in mental institutions with over the years, they are all from those cults. And they've covered it all up. They've covered it all up. And, I just pray to God.
As crazy as this woman sounds, I will tell you that she is not a crazy woman. Many people online mocked her and were saying that she is schizophrenic and that she is a conspiracy theorist for stating out the obvious of what goes on in satanic cults and in witchcraft and in the world of the occult. She went out on the record and spoke to Tucker Carlson in front of people. These are the words that she said. Roseanne Barr is not crazy. What she has stated is plain facts. Vampires are real. Vampirism is a real thing that exists. Do you know that the people in Hollywood believe that by drinking the blood of children and by consuming the flesh of children and by consuming the flesh of men, that they will receive a youthful appearance? Do you know that they believe in that? Remember that the Bible says life is in the blood. So what they believe is that by drinking blood, they are able to attain a youthful life and a youthful appearance. Salma Hayek is a witch, and her husband, he is the CEO of the parent company that owns Balenciaga. He himself is involved in high-level witchcraft and things that are very questionable that connects to child exploitation.
Every story has an origin, and Hansel and Gretel is no exception.
A lot of people wondering, why does this impossible meat taste so much like meat? And it is a conspiracy theory. And I know you're a theorist. That there may be human meat.
Well, I know this. They're telling us that we should start eating the bodies of dead people when they die. And Washington State this year legalized taking dead bodies and using it for fertilizer on our food.
I ain't going for that. I ain't going for that at all. But
I swear to God, that's
I know
happening.
that's what they said. I figured that's what they said. Then we talked about how the media is, is
Washington
being
State
controlled.
legalized using people to feed people, but it's done by
but
putting it on the crops.
There's no way to rationalize cannibalism.
Do not sign for organ donor on the back of your license, because you're becoming a victim. Predators, you know how much they charge for every motherfucking organ in a black person's body? We worth way more than white people because our organs last longer, the density and all that shit is just way better. So this is why motherfucking black children be coming up missing. Because not only are they sacrificing them for their little satanic ass rituals, they body partner. And then the part that they don't want end up getting grinded up and turned into McDonald's hamburger meat. Facts.
Now, I posted this interview several years ago, and I asked the question, there's like 250,000 children that goes missing every year. You see the pictures on Walmart of missing children and all that stuff. Every year, 250,000 children are missing, but they can't find the bones of one of them. None of them. You could find bones of people that's been dead hundreds of years ago, 40 years ago, or you just find bones all the time. Dogs be finding them, but you can't find the bones of any of these missing children every year. Something is off about that. It makes you think.
Well, that's very interesting. I understand that, but I also know the bloodletting. I know that on your Passover, which isn't mine, that a lot of little children do disappear, and I do know that, and I know a lot of police departments and agencies have been informed, but you're very open. You're very open tonight. I'm very surprised that you're talking about the bloodletting of the little children, that you put their blood in the matzah balls and that you eat it on sacrifice on Passover.
Well, there was a Goyim that wrote a book about it back in the 30s. I forget his name at the moment. But anyway, he wrote the book. People didn't buy the book. People don't want to listen. We've been doing this for thousands and thousands of years, since down to Adam's time. We take the children of our enemy, which is the white race, and we bring them to the basements in the synagogues where we drain the blood and watch them die there. It's very similar to how we do the sacrifices that we do with the kosher butchering, and so we do that, and then we mix it with the Passover bread, and so we eat the blood of our enemies. And the bodies, we're not cannibals, so what we do is we take those, because we can make some shekels, and we give them to the slaughterhouses And those are pounds and pounds and pounds of meat that we grind up in the sausage and the hamburger, and that's why we made those the most popular things, sausage for breakfast and hamburger for lunch. And so all the goyim out here are really eating their children. And even when we say this outright and tell you people, you don't believe it. So that's your problem.
McDonald's is serving you human meat.
They're empty. You sure can get a lot in these bags, can't you? Red-handed, sneak off with a big bag full of McDonald's delicious cheeseburgers. That's serious.
My nephew was in that bag. My nephew was in that bag.
Are you starting to get it now? Have you ever wondered why Ronald McDonald wears red shoes and why they have a red shoe foundation that deals with sick children and why the elites and the Hollywood actors all wear red shoes, or why Jeffrey Epstein has a picture of Bill Clinton in his house wearing red shoes, or why McDonald's serves 68 to 69 million burgers a day, more beef than this entire country could supply? Could it have something to do with this video?
You know, and I mean, we have a lot of fun around Passover where we steal the children. And, you know, I know you know because I've heard it on your show before. I mean, we steal 100 to 300,000 children a year just here in this country. And we drain the blood and we mix it with the Passover bread. And then we throw the bodies into the slaughterhouses that we own. And we grind up all the bodies in the sausage and the hamburger. McDonald's is one of our favorite outlets. And the people, they eat it for breakfast. They eat their children for lunch. And, you know, us Jews, you know, we got to...
You ever wonder why the McRib keeps disappearing? Ha! It's because this isn't pork. We press every slab fresh, straight from the source, you know? Look at these beauties. You can't get ribs this perfect from a pig. You love the taste, right? This is where we get the flavor, right here. Frozen fresh from yesterday's batch. You are what you eat. We couldn't make these without you, the people. No, like literally. We never said what kind of ribs, now did we?
December 1st, 2023. There's a lot going on, but the first thing I want to tell you about is I got contacted yesterday by a special forces operative, and he was an actual witness on the ground to a warehouse outside of San Francisco where they found thousands of dismembered bodies with all the organs missing. In other words, they took the homeless off the streets of San Francisco and they killed them, took their organs for transplant, and even the legs and arms are missing. So they probably use that for ground meat. In other words, literally, they treat us like we treat cattle. I mean, we kill cows and we take out their meat and skin and usable organs, and that's how they look at us as goyim. This is a real thing. This is a slaughter in San Francisco, and I confirmed with people I know in San Francisco, and the homeless have not returned. So Governor Gavin Newsom has some answers to give, and so do the people behind Biden. And I think this sort of thing means that any talk of an amnesty is off the table. These people need to be hunted down like rabid dogs. That's just, they've been doing it in other countries, but I guess for Americans to have it happen in San Francisco really drives the point home as to what kind of beasts we're dealing with. They've been doing the same in Ukraine, and these are not crimes that can be forgiven. So let's make that clear.
Fast food, Jack in the Box, McDonald's, Taco Bell, all this bullshit. Half of that shit's not even real meat anyways.
McDonald's say so many billions
and billions served.
Yeah.
How the fuck are they serving billions and billions when we don't have enough cows to go around?
Right.
What are we eating?
That hit me so hard when I seen that. I said, damn, that shit true. It's like one of those statements that where it gotta be true, because we look at, okay, everywhere else is selling hamburgers. How the fuck is it possible? So what the fuck are we eating?
Let me ask you this. How do we have enough cows to go around for all the fast food companies, all the regular, food companies, all the markets, restaurants? There's enough beef to go around. 2, if you test fast food, it's already tested positive for human DNA.
No, stop playing on me.
Yes, it has. Yeah. Look it up.
Absolutely. It's tested positive for human DNA.
Only 30% of Taco Bell meat is actually beef.
What the fuck is the other 70%? You.
And here's another thing to think about. If we're consuming all this ground beef and all this hamburgers, and there's not enough cows to sustain all this meat, and we're wondering where this meat coming from, you might also want to ask, where are these leather handbags coming from? Where are these leather jackets coming from? Leather furniture. Where all this leather coming from? Something else to think about. And if you come this far, please hit that like button for me. I really appreciate it.
I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but have you ever actually seen them build new cemeteries? Think about it. Billions of people have lived and go, yet cemeteries never seem to run out of space. Why is that? You'd expect the world to be drowning in graves, every city buried under endless tombstones, but no, somehow it never happens. Cemeteries just stay the same. So here's the question, where are all the bodies? Are they really all still there, or do they quietly remove them after a certain time? Some say graves are reused, others whisper about mass relocation projects where bodies are taken out, moved, or even destroyed without anyone knowing. And then there's the darker idea that not everyone is buried where we think they are. Some are taken for science, some for industries you wouldn't want to know about, and some maybe vanish into systems we aren't allowed to understand. If billions have gone, the earth should be overflowing with bones, but cemeteries remain neat, orderly, never too full. That's not nature, that's management. Quiet, controlled, hidden management. This is just a theory, not a fact.
Oh, hell no. Cracker Barrel, what the fuck? Keanu Reeves drive 33 miles away to a Cracker Barrel interview in Detroit. I mean, damn, 33 miles and Cracker Barrel? We already know the things that come behind them. Now she get done with the interview. Immediately she called her mom right after. So she stepped outside and then she told her mom like she don't think that the interview went well. It was a bad vibe and that she was gonna go back inside to use the bathroom. You know the fact that she about to get on the road and drive 33 miles. Not only that though, y'all, she did to her mama. Dude who did interview her, John Gacy, was asking her unsettled, uncomfortable questions, asking about her COVID-19 vaccination and if she an organ donor. So after hours passed, her mama is freaking out. She called and started looking for her daughter. But listen though, y'all, when the police get there, they look on the camera and they see her walking in the building, walking into the bathroom, but never come out. Now this when the story get good, but crazy at the same time. Y'all, Keanu Reeves have been found 900 miles away from her crib, alive. She was found roped and duct taped in the back of a refrigerator delivery van, heading to Low-Pass Foods in Oklahoma. Now listen up, this in black and white. He said this is a major meat supplier for McDonald's. This how you know she was covered in love, you hear me? The state police had pulled him over for a tail light that was out. And that's when they discovered her. They did find her disoriented, but they did rush her immediately to the hospital. They did say she back in stable conditions and she getting the right treatment. Now the driver, 50-year-old Daniel Martinez, was arrested on the scene. He will be facing kidnap charges. Now he don't have no record, right? But he said that he was just making the regular routine meat delivery, that he never knew that she was in the back of the van. I don't know, y'all. Seemed a little weird. How did she move across state lines like that so quick and nobody don't know nothing? That he was in the back of a van? Fuck out of here.
People will believe in aliens, Area 51, the fact that we walked on the moon, the fact that Egypt is in the Grand Canyon, the fact that celebrities are cyborgs, the fact that we have advanced technology and all types of underground civilizations. They will even believe in hollow earth. But let's get into the conversation of Soylent Green and people will gasp, what? No, ain't no way. It's not possible. They would never do that. There are enough chickens. There are enough cows. Where? Do y'all know how many chicken wings people eat in the Super Bowl alone? Like when you start mentioning Soylent Green, people get to gasping and going crazy. How is it possible? No, they would never do that. Are you sure? I don't know. I can't confirm or deny it. This is all alleged. It's all for entertainment purposes. I'm just imagining things. But how is it possible that we're so quick to believe in all of these random things? Y'all would really think that they went to space over and over. The fact that we can access Mars, but we can't even find a plane that gets lost within our own atmosphere, that gets lost in the ocean. The fact that they tell you that we don't know what's in 95% of the ocean. Meanwhile, how did they even measure how much ocean we can't measure? But y'all won't believe that Soylent Green is potentially a real thing. How is that possible? Maybe I'm tripping. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you don't know what that is, save this video, go look into it, come back and share your thoughts. Whatever else comes out, I'll absolutely be back. So make sure you like, follow, stay for some more tea. But there have been so many conspiracy theories throughout the years that turned out to be proven real, like MK Ultra or what happened in Tuskegee. The list goes on and on. But needless to say, we like to think of things as conspiracy until they're proven, and we're not wrong, we're just early. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you for watching. And to be clear, none of this is real. I implore you to do your research because it's all always alleged.
President Putin came out and said that he has proof the American people are being fed each other without us knowing that we being fed each other. He also said, yeah, you heard me right. He's saying that we being fed each other without us knowing that we being fed each other. He also says he has proof. Now, personally, I don't want to hear no accusations like this. I'm going to need to see the proof, President Putin. If you have that proof, please release that proof. He also saying that he could also prove that what we know about 9/11 was a lie and we was told a lie. He said he got video, audio, satellite footage all across the board that could prove that we've been lied to. And then you can't come out with accusations like this and not release the proof for that. So we gonna need President Putin to be able to release that information so that way we can see that proof. You mean to tell me this whole time we've been thinking we've been eating some orange chicken and chicken fingers, but really we've been eating orange toes and finger fingers? And if we really been eating each other, wouldn't that be cannibalism? And is that the reason that I can't gain no weight? Because everybody that I've been eating got a high metabolism?
I gotta agree with this brother. President Putin, if you do have any true evidence of this, you have to put it to the forefront. We just can't believe anything you say at this point, okay? But in my opinion, we've been doing this for a very long time. There is no way that all of the marketplaces, grocery stores, and other spots where you go get food at could keep these grocery stores filled with the amount of animals that we have on the planet, and they have not been extinct yet. This very well could be true, but I would have to agree with him. Where is the proof?
It's not Halloween anymore, but Kelly and I just grossed ourselves out by finding something new out that we had never known before. This is a product that's going into your food chains across the United States of America, everything from bread to crackers to everything in between. It's called L-cysteine, and it's actually made from human and hog hair. They buy it from barber shops, they buy it from butcher shops, and they are turning this into what they call an essential amino acid, but it's actually human hair going inside of your food.
Human hair in your bread? Believe it or not, even the old Google will tell you this. L-cysteine, an amino acid used to prolong shelf life in products such as commercial bread, comes from human hair. And let's not forget the best part here, that it has been reported that most of the hair used to make L-cysteine comes from China.
So what they do at these places, and this is probably why McDonald's food doesn't go bad after 6 months and the bread still doesn't have mold on it after a year. They're buying these amino acids from China, where China buys it from barbershops and hog disposal plants, and then they turn it into this product that's going into your food. I encourage you to please Google it for yourself to find out that you're eating and feeding your children human hair.
Cannibals don't like the way the tattoos taste, and traffickers tend to avoid tattooed women because they're easily identifiable. Also, if you go missing, there's a significant chance that you will be found based on your tattoos because they make you identifiable. Don't ask me how I know that first one, though. Go get tattooed and stay safe, ladies.
RS 31078, cannibalism. Might seem kind of gruesome, and it kind of is. But I'm going to give you a little background of what got me to this position to run this bill. So back in 2019, I heard that Washington State was starting to do human composting, and that disturbed me. I wanted to address this because what I didn't want to see is bags of compost with human bone fragments. I want to stop it getting into the human food supply. I was on a plane this summer, watched a video of some food show, and the three contestants tasted the food and they had to guess what was in it. It was some kind of a sausage. And one of the options they told these people that was in the food was human flesh. The way our society's going and the direction we're going, this is going to be normalized. There's only one state in the union that it is illegal. Cannibalism is illegal, and that is Idaho. Already illegal for someone to do it themselves, but it is not illegal for them to give it to somebody unknowingly. So what that language does is captures it getting into the food sources. That's really my concern.
Would you want to include on line 11 flesh, blood, bones, and organs?
I do believe flesh would cover the organs. Hopefully we don't ever have to add bones to this.
Please, Mr. Chambers, eat. We wouldn't want you to lose weight.
How about you? You still on Earth or on the ship with me? It really doesn't make very much difference because sooner or later, will all of us be on the menu? All of us.
For entertainment purposes.